Looking for inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ? Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I know it has been a unique week for me this week, but let's focus. So today I have a guest from Cleveland, Ohio. She's no stranger to me, but I've always felt it fascinating with the unique things that she does. Now, we do have a special bond, you know. And if I'm a little bit talkative or excited today, it's because, you know, I act special with our Wilberforce guests. So yes, she is two things. She's from Ohio and she is a former Wilberforcian, but just not anyone. Like, she's my choir sister. So we treat them like royalty around here at A Better Chance television show. So let's welcome today my wonderful guest all the way from cold Cleveland. And, you know, I still love her. She is a Cleveland Browns fan, but I definitely do still love her because y'all know that broke my heart last time I was in Cleveland. But anyway, she has this amazing, cool job that I always follow her because not that I'm like stalking my friend, but some of my friends do some amazing things. Let me change that. All of my friends do amazing things. And what else better way to kick off our Women's History Month, because I have some amazing women lined up for you all, than with something as unique as what my friend does that's coming to visit today. So let's welcome to our show today, Ms. Riesha Clinton.
For the opportunity to share today. How have you been?
I have been simply amazing.
Great.
How's it going in Cleveland today?
Well, actually, the weather was pretty good today. But, you know, the one thing about Cleveland is tomorrow we'll probably have a thunderstorm, a snowstorm. Who knows? But yes, any opportunity we have here when the sun comes out and it's warm, everyone's outside running around trying to soak up some good vitamin D. So today was a good day. We just got to kind of take it day by day here.
That is truly awesome. I know when I was there in November, I think it was November, I was praying because I said, if it's snow while I'm here, I'm never coming back.
Well, I'm happy it didn't because we need you to come back.
Please, you know, I don't want no flight delay. I don't want to be stranded in Cleveland. Make it work, God.
Yes, I totally get it.
Well, welcome. I'm so glad you came to talk to us about the uniqueness in what you do, which I feel is really important in the African-American community, not just the African-American community, but since all the laws have passed with around, you know, pregnancy, especially down here in Texas, it's a serious situation. And I think we need more people that do exactly what you do, like the whole platform. So guys, she is amazing. So please pay attention when she tell you what she does.
Absolutely. So I am a perinatal support doula. It is definitely a difference from a midwife. A midwife is licensed to prescribe medicine. They, you know, actually work more with the physical aspect of birth. a perinatal support doula works with more of the emotional component for the mother. And we do also do things for the physical part as well, pain management methods, like such as, teach them how to utilize a birthing ball, to take some of the pressure off their backs. Even in the labor room, we're there to provide assistance with different positions in order to make the labor go smoothly. But as far as our support while they are pregnant, we are definitely more of a emotional support, someone that is there for them when they need assistance, when they are stressing, when they need to understand the importance of what they need to eat, when they are going through some depression and anxiety, things of that nature. We're there to be an ear for them. We're there to suggest, what it is that they need to do, even with family planning. For example, oftentimes our clients suffer from different disparities, different social economic disparities that, of course, will cause stress. What a lot of people don't understand is anything that mother is going through during that time, it's going directly to the baby. So baby is picking up on stressors, baby is picking up on anxiety, on depression. So it is the doula's goal to speak to them, speak to those things that may be ailing them or giving them dis-ease with their day-to-day living, which is so very important. And I can just kind of go into how I got into this space. Back in 2017, they did the infant death mortality rate for the Center of Disease and Control Prevention. And they found out that in the United States alone, there was about 0.2 deaths per 1,000 live births. So children were dying. But then when they looked at each individual county, they found that in Cuyahoga County, which is Cleveland, which is where I reside, that they had an infant mortality rate that was 8.1 out of every 1,000 infants. So that means that the Cuyahoga County alone had more deaths than the national rate. And so it's like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Well, we had different things that led to the cause of infant mortality in Ohio. That included premature and low birth weight, birth defects, SIDS, mothers not understanding the importance of breastfeeding, which is so very important. And, because unfortunately, they have a lot of people sadly have stigmatized breasts and made them, sexual objects. So, I often tell my clients, I have a little joke where I say, guess what? Breasts are measured in cups because milk come out of them. So these are issues that in our community, and it's not just the Black community, it's really across the board where our babies are dying for these reasons due to, lack of nutrition, due to, again, those social economic disparities, due to just the inability or I would say, ignorance of what they need to do while they're pregnant.
I just learned like a whole lot of things that I didn't know. So if I'm just paused, I know I'm never like quiet, but that is really, I like that you came with the statistics. And, I am an educator. So when I hear numbers, I'm like, okay, that's data. She got proof. Now, to go into that fact, was it because of the immortality rate, or was it just because you wanted to make a change, or kind of
a little bit of both, and just also personal experience, which is always going to be the driver for my passions. I gave birth at an early age. I'm grateful that, I had my father at the time who passed not too soon after my child was born. But I did also experience those times where at 17 on my way to 18 I'm pregnant, and people looking at you crazy, and you kind of feel like you just want to stay away from everybody, you're embarrassed and all this other stuff. So that first was a passion for me. That's what interested me in wanting to help pregnant young ladies, and pregnant women. But then the statistic part came when I ran into a young lady who actually went to Wright State. Her name's India, and she was at Wright State at the time. We were at Wilberforce working with young mothers. And so she moved here to Cleveland with her friend by the name of Christian Farmer, who created a grassroots organization called Birth and Beautiful Communities. And yes, and that grassroots organization was statistically led as a result of that study that showed that Cuyahoga County had the worst and highest infant death mortality rate. So, my experience coupled with running into these young ladies who were looking to now create an organization of doulas so that we can advocate for Black women and for their babies in the hospitals, is what started what I got into that helped me pursue that passion. And so that was in 2018, and I've been doing it ever since. I've
That's amazing.
I've assisted with delivering. Wow, I used to keep count, but I lost track after like year two. But I've done home births, and I love them more than a hospital. But because I, had to deal with all of the, rigmarole, it's very relaxing. Most women who opt to do that are very centered. They eat nutritiously. They're, fully aware of what it is that they need to do. So it's a much smoother process. And I don't take away from the hospital births, of course, because those are definitely necessary. It's definitely necessary to have, in certain situations, the hospitals and the medicine and things like that. But I've been doing this since 2018. So wow, 5 years. I just realized it's been 5 years of me assisting with delivering babies and advocating for my clients.
That is wow. Like that is so. I'm like speechless because all this time I knew the doula part. Like I've heard the term, but in my mind, and most people know I am not afraid. When I don't know something, I ask, or
I know that's right.
Because I don't want to sit there and make up something I don't know. That's not me.
Right.
But you clearly, talk to me on a level today where it's like, oh, so doula is not. It's similar. Like all this time I was thinking a doula was similar to a midwife. I thought it was a midwife.
That we are similar, but not the same. Not the same. Yeah.
Take me to school just because it's not in front of my name don't mean I know everything.
I know that's right. So here's a good example. For home births, a doula cannot do a home birth alone. She has to be the assistant of a midwife. So yeah, because again, that midwife have that licensure. Doulas have the certification, and we have consistent, continual education, on different things. Like right now, I'm currently pursuing my certification in Lactation Consultant, which of course correlates. So I've had the experience. I've breastfed my own children. I've also assisted with, my clients with breastfeeding. But of course, to get the full knowledge and get the certification, it's much better. So currently, I'm, just doing that just to add on to the doula certification that I have.
Wow. You go. Like I would be scared out of my mind and be in the room.
A lot of people say that. I love it. It's so beautiful. I can't even begin to explain it's a miracle, and it's miraculous.
Like, nervous. Girl,
No. What's funny about that is, I think maybe I would probably say my first 2 births, when I first started, I was nervous and I was just second guessing myself. Oh my God, am I doing this right? Did I miss something? What, and that's natural. We all have those fears when we first start something new. But I will tell you this, a nurse came in and she said to me, "You have such a peaceful energy."
That's good.
And it really messed me up. I'm like, wow, like it's palpable, like you can like you can feel it, like so. Even just my presence alone, and mom feeling like she has somebody there, because oftentimes, I deal with clients, who don't have that support. They won't
Wow.
have anyone else in the room with them. So, just the presence of, someone there to support you, and someone that you build a rapport with, in the hospital room with you, it's priceless.
That is amazingly awesome. But friend, I can't do it. Like, mm-mm. No. But I think it's amazing because even the numbers here in Texas have
Mm,
been outrageous as far as minority births that have not
mhm.
been completed or women who have died during
Mm.
childbirth. And it's like, I'm
Yeah,
glad.
and that's a totally different hill we can go on, because when
Wow.
that's even actually worse than the maternal
Mhm.
mortality rate is worse than the infant mortality rate.
I
And
know that.
it's yeah, and it's worse, of course, in Black women in care. We all know the whole saying of, they think that we take pain worse and stuff. And
Mm.
so I mean better, excuse me. And so I am one, I, for more than anything, of course I'm there for baby. I want baby to be healthy, but I'm very, very cognizant of the women, and I'm always an advocate for them, and
They
saying, hey, did you hear what she said? She said she's in pain. What are you gonna do about this? Because they'll just, glare over it if you don't. So it's like, okay, can you get her this? Can you do
wow.
something? Like, so unfortunately, we have to have that representation in hospitals for us.
Well, I am glad you're doing what you are doing. That is simply amazing. We're gonna take a short commercial break, and when we come back, I got a little bit more questions because you are really taking me to school today. I'm learning some. Told you when
Good.
my friends show up, they show out.
I love to learn and I love to teach. So let's do this.
Thank you. So after this commercial, I got some more questions.
Awesome.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome back. Now,
Yay.
I have been truly taken to school. Yes, like I told her before, I may be Dr. Mo, but I have no clue when it comes to what she does. I am amazed. My friend is like out here delivering babies and stuff. Like, no, but seriously, and y'all know I can't do nothing serious. That's why people come on here and they laugh because I like to have fun. But
Yes.
seriously, friend, like you control, well, I don't want to say control, you make their attitude a lot greater, so it decreases the numbers that the statistics. So do you track the statistics still?
I do. And I'm glad you asked that, because I'll tell you this. As far as of this, now remember I told you that study was in 2017. And so yes, every year I look at the infant death mortality rate. Okay, and I am happy to say that the one that was the CDC reported in November of 2023, it actually shows, and this blew my mind when I read it, because it makes me feel like, okay, we're getting somewhere here, as far as a people, as far as, our community. And um, is that the results show that the infant mortality rate in 2022 was 5.60 infant deaths per 1,000 live births. Now, unfortunately, that is 3% higher than the rate was in 2021, which is like, oh my God, it's like getting worse. But you also have to consider that was during the time of the pandemic, coming off of the pandemic. So that had a huge effect on people, again, their mental capacity, their stressors, and so again, this is affecting baby, and so, however, with that statistic, it shows that from 2021 to 2022, mortality rates increased, which is not a good thing, among infants of American Indian, Alaska Native, non-Hispanics, and white non-Hispanic women. So, yeah, I was shocked about that because they didn't have Black women in the statistics. I'm like, wait, so we're getting better. How is this happening? Well, well,
I'm listening to the numbers, and I'm like, wait a minute. You didn't say
yeah.
So it's a good thing, but it's still a bad thing.
It's still a bad thing because at the end of the day, we don't want no mother to lose a baby. Race, creed, color, no, we don't want them to do that. But we also know that the Black people have suffered, the most, and when it comes to these types of statistics. So there's, it's a bittersweet type of thing, right? And so the thing is, what I've come to find is that, as I was speaking to you before about breastfeeding, which when you breastfeed, you are now fortifying your child's immune system because this milk is created specifically for this baby. Okay. This baby has assisted in the stomach, in the womb, helping cultivate the nutrients and everything, minerals, everything that's needed in order to, get a good, healthy immune system. This is something that formula can never duplicate. People who it's a study show that mothers who have breastfed their children, the children have least allergies. They have least ear infections, obesity, even as adults. Like they even just smell better. Okay, they smell better when they breastfeed. I'm just saying because you can't put all of that into formula. There's no way to ever duplicate the awesomeness of our Creator, right? Because God created it. Like it only makes sense. and so this is the thing about it is that this is the reason, because surprisingly, you would think, because Black people, we went through slavery, and so we had to breastfeed our kids. You would think that it was something that's welcome, right? I have run into clients whose mothers have like, "Ugh, don't be, that's nasty." It's like, what? Like, so it's unfortunate, but I'm one to tell mom and say, look, this is your body, this is your baby. And I give them all the information about the breast milk, about how, it prevents allergies, how it, there's all types of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, and, that just can't be duplicated in formula that's needed for your baby to be healthy. And even breastfeeding is even known to prevent heart disease for mother, ovarian cancer for mother, and breast cancer. So it's not just healthy for baby, but it's healthy for mom, because mom is doing what nature has created for her to do.
Wow. Took me to school about a whole bunch of things I honestly did not know. I mean, and it's not that I don't want to tackle it, but it's just like being real transparent. Most of my relatives had kids when they were young. And I just had that parent that was so outrageous and unique. We had a slumber party. She probably killed me when she watched this, but she'll be okay. She'll live. Might give an idea to somebody else. But she made us watch. And if my friends are watching, we love her for doing what she did. But she played the Birth of the Baby movie at the slumber party. And ever since then, it was like, oh, I'm good.
That's hilarious. Because there's mothers who can't even stomach that. Like, so the hospital gives them an option, like, or I was like, you want a mirror so you can see? They're like, no, I want to see. Or the father. Thank God, I have yet to have a father pass out on me. But I have had them who refuse to look. They avoid it. They look away.
Oh wow.
They like, and I just simply place them up at the head of mom. Like, okay, you just sit up here and put some hot water on, some cold water on her head. I'll be down there to help. Just catch the baby. Like, so yeah, I would imagine that was quite traumatizing for, how old were you?
He was like 13, because I mean, you know, when we were younger, the epidemic it was a lot of teen pregnancy.
Yeah, because she wanted to scare you.
She scared straight. She did her job. I still ain't had one.
Hilarious.
You ain't gotta tell me nothing. So you know,
that's
my
right.
friends, that's like the ongoing joke. Like the people who were at that sleepover was like,
wow.
good joke, man.
Oh my God. Well, if I could tell you a personal story, when I was born, because I am the fourth child of three older brothers. So
wow.
it was a huge celebration when it was like, it's a girl, finally, because they tried, my other two brothers who were supposed to be girls. They had all of them in the room. And my brother was only 3. I was like, why would y'all do that to him? So, everybody, my brother seeing me, everybody seeing me coming out, and my brother that's right above me, he often talks about how he was scared for his life.
I was scared too. Like, oh goodness, just the thought of it. Like, I have seen like some of my relatives that had kids. I have been, close enough to them, or friends that I've seen. Like, I've been but no, I'm like, I'm good.
I know that's right.
I'm good.
Well, so I guess they know not to invite you to any pregnancies, any births.
No, I'll be a good gift giver, but please don't invite me for that. Like, no.
Oh,
But
well, yes.
Do it. Like, you out here doing good with it. Now, if somebody wanted the services, or they wanted like a consultation from you, how would they be able to connect with you?
So they can visit me. They can email me at Reiki Riesha. So that's REIKI, and then my name Riesha at gmail.com. And just inquire. Now, of course, I only service people in my area, in the Cuyahoga County area, so Cleveland and surrounding areas. But I'd be happy to give people consultations, and I do have some connections in other states as well. So even if I can't assist them, I'd be happy to provide them or find them a doula in their area if needed. They can also contact me at Reiki Riesha on Instagram. That is my handle name. And I can, give them the information from there as well. Lastly, what I do want to say, because I know that I have my perinatal doula support thing there, but just know that it's also coupled with energy healing, which is one and the same. So just basically, because what I found out while I was a doula is that oftentimes, and it's so funny, I put my toe in so many things. I put my toe in the nonprofit sector really quickly, but I wasn't a fan of all of the rules that came along with the grant money. So kind of stepped back from that right now, but it's still, I still have it, but I have not operated out of it since last election season. It's called the Fruit Fairy Foundation. And the reason why it's called that is because my doula clients, I will always bring fruit with me when I realized that they didn't eat fruit. They didn't drink water. They didn't eat fruit and vegetables. So I would always ask them, well, what's your favorite fruit? And every time I would visit them, I'll give them that fruit. And so they were like, oh my gosh, you're like the fruit fairy. So after that, I decided to create this nonprofit to where people who live far away from grocery stores that provide produce would be able to get fruits and vegetables delivered to their homes. So that was an awesome endeavor. But again, it's like so much paperwork. And it's just like, I just want to help. Why y'all want me to do all this paperwork? So so something that I just was like, I'll get back to that, because y'all asking for a lot of paperwork when I just wanted to help these people eat healthy so that they could create a nice, healthy child in their womb. in their womb. So yeah, and that comes along with overall, we have to understand that we are threefold beings. We are mind, body, and spirit. And so it is important to not just address our physical body, but
Mhm.
also our mental and our spiritual body.
That's
So my approach for what is called Reiki, which is basically just laying on of hands to balance the energies that we all have. We're all energetic beings. And
mhm.
if people study anatomy and they study metaphysics, they will very quickly find out that this all goes together. They are not exclusive of each other. Religion, spirituality, science all go together. Just like Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, just like mind, body, and spirit. We are the Trinity. We are threefold beings, and we are, the saying, we are humans, or no, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We say that a lot, but we don't treat ourselves
That
as
way.
spiritual beings. Yeah. We treat ourselves more like we human beings. It's like, we are human beings, but we kind of disregard the spiritual part, right? So
Mhm.
anything that happens spiritually, anything that happens mentally actually has an effect on our health. We can have a heart attack because of a heartbreak.
Mhm.
Okay. We can be have some type of cancer in the stomach because of being bitter or being angry. So
Inside.
these sicknesses, they manifest as a result of emotional and mental turmoil. So I went to Wilberforce pursuing my psychology degree. I did not get it from there, but I did eventually get it from Walden University. And so I do have a Bachelor of Science in psychology where I spend a lot of time just understanding the human mind and the makeup, and how we react as humans on a mental level.
Love it, love it. Well, I mean, I'm kind of like you. I started as a music major, but since I did
Hmm.
music from like seventh grade to forever,
Yeah.
actually, let me back that up from first grade because that was like on my bit. I know it's a whole nother story. It's on my behavior
Yeah.
interest, and
Uh-huh.
so I did it all the way to there, and then I changed to psychology like you. So my undergrad is so I truly get it. I like to see how person,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
really proud of you. Like
Oh, thank you.
this big stuff. Now y'all, I've been trying to get her on here for like 3 years. No, I'm just been trying to get her
I wasn't ready.
guys. She did an amazing job. If you are
Thank
watching this
you.
replay, like, share. If you need to get in contact with Miss Clinton, please reach
Hmm.
out. Please reach out because she coming to you with numbers. So in facts, she's not somebody that just is going off of the whim and the waves. These are serious numbers. I mean, I know I
Yeah.
laugh and joke a lot, but in all
Hmm.
seriousness, these are people's lives that she's definitely
Yes.
impacting and changing. So if there's anything I could do on my end, maybe get you on a Zoom and talk to some team mothers or people that some teams that don't really have their life right, but they think they're ready
Hmm.
for that. I think that that's how we can support on our end. We might need to schedule that, like seriously, because my
Yeah, I would love that.
she traumatized me. Like I'm 46, I feel it.
Poor baby. Why she do that to the baby? But I will say this: 13, that's not a bad age to start learning stuff like that. But not the video, the visual. Kill the visual. Kill the visual. I can't even imagine at 13 years old how I would have took that.
I don't have a kid. See how I took it. No.
Hilarious. That is
But
crazy.
I do, I love my mom, and thank you for taking time out your day to come visit us here. This week we
Absolutely.
are enjoying and getting some facts about prenatal childbirth.
Hmm.
I learned
Hmm.
about what a doula responsibility is because I see it all the
Hmm.
time, and we have a group here who meet
Hmm.
at the library that I go to a lot. And I just, it's not that I don't want to go in, but I'm like, they meeting. I don't want to just disturb their meeting asking questions. But thank you.
Right.
They
You're
meet.
welcome. Well, feel free. I hope I could, if we could, I'll leave you some information. I don't know if you can kind of, you could attach it to this. interview. But yes, I'll definitely leave some information, and I'd love to answer any questions or field any possible doula references. I'm here to help.
Definitely, like follow her on all social media platforms. I know I'll probably have her say it again before we get out of here, because this is a serious situation. You heard those numbers. We don't want to leave nobody leave us in doing this. So can you just share your info, and do you have anything you want to say before we go?
So what I'll do, because I'm active on certain social media spaces. So you can follow me on Facebook. It is public. And that would be Riesha, and this is going to be my married name, which is Carlisle. So that is spelled Carlisle. That is the best way to find me on Facebook as far as social media. Again, if you would like to email me directly, you can do that at Reiki Riesha. So that's REIKI, and then my name, RIESHA @gmail.com. And so those are the two best methods to contact me for people that are, not in the Cuyahoga County. If you are interested in speaking with me in your local, those two methods do work, but you can also contact me at the wellness center that I work out of. It is called Washington Wellness Institute. And so just Google that, Washington Wellness Institute. And so you'll find my information on that website as well. You can contact me there. That information is more for my energy healing and sound therapy. But we talked about the music. So, I sing. So I did implement that. That singing is in my Reiki, because I do sound therapy and I use my voice and singing bowls at times. But you can contact me at there. And if it's for doula or anything else, I'm there to help you and answer any questions that you may have.
Love it. I was about to say nothing. No, I do as I say, not as I do. I sing sometimes. Volunteer to sing when I go to certain people's churches, but that. But
yeah, girl, you can't get away from singing. It haunts you.
We got a special guest in the audience today. I'll be looking around like this, knowing they ain't talking. Please don't be talking about it.
They talking to you. Yeah, I totally get it. I'm like, oh God, I'll never get away from it. So I just embrace it and I just add it to what I do. So
okay. Wow. I love it. So I had to learn about the sound therapy, but we have time. I told y'all I get lost when my friends come on here.
I know. I do a lot, honey. I do. I really do. But it all goes together and I love it.
I love it too. You took me to school with the stats. So please, thank you guys for watching. Please catch the replay, like, share, get in touch, Cleveland folks. You need somebody to come talk to the teens. You got a source. It worked for me. That's why I have kids now. But what I do want you to remember, April 7th is our Health and Wellness Fair at the Carver Branch Library. We have some amazing things happening on that day. So please join us as we talk about community health and healing our community on that day. It's been a real hour here, half hour.
Right.
With my friend, and please get out to us, but don't forget the important information that we share. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ, look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson. The television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson.